Hello and welcome everyone to a new video. In this video I'll be showcasing all of the Earth sets for the Dofus Unity. All these changes have been coming up and the Earth sets will be from level 1 to 100. Of course, if this video helped you out in any type of way, please like, comment and subscribe. The feedback has been amazing and I really want to continue doing this all the way till the agility set and then make kind of like a compilation of all those sets. So let's get right into it. Enough talking about the stuff. Let's actually get to it. And of course, we have our favorite one, the first one, the Piwi. This is where you start out after you've done your thing in Incarnum. You're gonna go to Astrub, Sofukia, Bonta, Brakmar, wherever you see Piwis, you go and you go get your set. This is the first set you kind of want. Once you have the set in level 12, you can do Cardoim without any struggles for most of the classes. I don't think there's any class that can do it without struggling too much. It just takes 2 turns to kill the boss. Even if you're close range, just go to him. I'm sure it's doable for all classes, and then if not, get a duo. Anyway, that's it for the main first starter. Then you want to go to your Gobbal set. This is, I think, one of the better sets at level 20, just to get. You can opt in to actually skip this, but it's very nice stats. You're probably not gonna immediately do the Sponge dungeon and the Farmer dungeon after doing Cardoim. You're probably going to farm a little bit more, so why not farm at the Gobbals, get your Gobbal set now that it's droppable, and then any other pieces you can maybe trade with other people. It gives great stats and also that 1+ AP, so if you're having any 2 AP spells that you combine with your 3 AP spells, that you can cast 2 of them with a 3 AP spell, or just have a 4 AP spell that you combine with your 3 AP spell now. So that's a great thing, and you can always keep that green Piwi ring for that extra wisdom. It's not green Piwi, it's supposed to be yellow Piwi for that extra strength. Not wisdom. For some reason, green Piwi is not Earth, but anything else of Earth is green. So, as you can see with the Kwak, it is green, but for the Piwis, it is yellow. I have no idea why this is the case, but anyway, we're gonna move on. So, after you've got your base 2 sets, here I've got them all sprang in a nice order. Now you actually can have the different types of rushing that you want to do. There's the rushing where you just want to get 8 AP for as fast as possible. There you can get the Celestial Brooch and your Kwak covering. Yeah, it's optional. You don't even need that. Just to swap out the Celestial Brooch and you're going to get 8 AP. This is great. You're having 8 AP. If you have 4 AP spells that you really want to spam 2 times per turn, this is great. And you have that 8 AP. Another thing what you can do, if you don't want to craft the Celestial Brooch, you can also opt in for rushing with the helmet. You can do this with both the Kwak set or just with the Royal Gobbal set. It would also work if you just swapped the Royal Gobbal helmet or just your normal Gobbal helmet with the tree helmet. You can do this with both. You just can't do the Celestial Brooch and also the helmet. You can't do that 9 AP thing. So that is a shame. Of course, another thing what you can do is just drop your Kwak set. This is also quite nice. You can even combine it with a Royal Gobbal ring. You can even opt in for a Royal Gobbal shield if you can actually drop that, if you're lucky enough. It will give you a little bit of a bonus of these 2 as well. And it will be 7-4. Now, you do have the option of mixing your Kwak set with something like a Celestial Brooch, so that you will get 8 AP. That is optional. What you can also do is that you match your Kwak set with the Tree's helmet. This one's pretty easy to make. You can have up to 8 AP with this, so that's very nice. And just in the Tree Snake Root, Boar Tusks, and like Ronin Shepherd Thighbone, you're gonna do all those things anyway. Oh well, maybe not the Tree Snits, but you might even get these. You just need to farm for a little bit to get these. They're quite easy to get. And then the Ronin Shepherd Bone. A lot of people will be rocking this probably. It is just the old OG helmet if you want to get that extra AP, but it's only until 8 AP. So no more than that. That's a shame, but that is quite nice. If you want to run a rush and want to get that AP, this one's really, really nice. But then there's also another one which gives you a little bit more stats, which is the mixing the Crackler set with the Blob set. Blob set not that easy to drop. These things really drop quite well. And you also have the Pippin, which is quite easy to drop as well. And just four materials that you need for that blob. So it's not really difficult to drop all of them. And if you just farm them up, by the time you're level 50, you'll be getting all of them. And they give an insane amount of stats. I mean, 500 stats at level 50, that's great. And also the Crackler stat is not all too difficult. You just need to kill some Cracklers. So for this, you would need to go to the Robo stuff, a little bit of blob, and the Crackler area just to get all this mats. Of course, some of the other stuff you can't really get from Crackler, so you just have to buy them. Something like Ebonite, for example. You can't really get it unless you're a miner. So that one is a great one. But you could also opt in for mixing it with your Kwak set. So you could just get that as A3 through another means, not having your crackler set. I think the crackler set offers a little bit more resistances, which is quite nice at the beginning. Certainly that 10 resist to all stats is quite nice. Pushback resistance also is quite nice, but either way you'll have a lot of resistance for earth, so you'll be taking a lot less damage in that way, either way. Now there is a little bit of a special one that I didn't know before, but it's actually really good, and it's actually the chest set. The chest set you can mix with a lot of things. You don't even need dazzling. You can be 8-4 at level 53 or level 55 with this chest set. It's a great set, and it's really easy to craft as well. You just need to do the Smith dungeon probably multiple times, or you could just farm the mobs around it. Even if you do the Smith achievement, the Bandit achievement, once you're level 50, you'll get 10 of these each. Well, that's almost all of the materials that you need. Now you just need to craft the 8% drop ones, which is also 8% drop rate. You just kill a few and you already have them, especially if you do challenges. It's a very nice set to give. It will give you a lot of power as well. So stat-wise, this might not be optimized. It's not going to be the blob where you're hitting 500 in stats, but still, this one will give us 400 in total, including our 175, of course. That's the same for the blob set, but the 400 stats, 9-4 at level 55, I think that's great. This one is also pretty doable, but you will probably need to do the dungeon twice just to get enough of the sapphire teeth. And also the Growseever Raymond skin are a little bit more difficult to get, but you can also, I don't know if there's a rose. There is actually a quest for that, but you need to be level 60 for that. So there's a bit of a shame that you need to be high level for that. But if you're already level 60, you could maybe opt in for that. If not, I would just do it like this and just craft it and craft these materials and then just sell them when you're level 60 and you get the achievement. So that's very nice. 9-4 at level 55. I don't think you can get that any earlier. This set is really good just for that extra. And you can also do this for like earth, wind, fire, whatever. Anything is possible because it has power on it. So that's great for anything on there. Then at level 60, there's another power spike which you can do. You can be a 9-3 with your Gelano and your Karacap. Just mixing that with the blob and then just fill it with any other set. It's a shame you can't get 10-4 with this one, just because the Crackler set doesn't have a ring. It is a bit of a shame, but oh well. And you also have that one without blob, so you could just add your Kwak set and then add a Gelano and a Karacap just to get the 9 AP. That is also still possible, but it isn't really possible to get that 10 AP at level 60. It is a shame. Or maybe, no, not even if you could switch out your Dazzling Cloak. You could add a Gelano in here, but then your Dazzling Cloak wouldn't work anymore. So you can maximum get off a 9-4 with this, because you can't switch your head out with a Karacap. Maybe later on you could even get a different weapon that will give 1 AP. So for example, I think I have like a GodRod in here. You could do this. Let's see how we can alter this one to get 10 AP. And we're at 11 now, but that's not fair. This will be at 10 AP at level 60, I believe. Oh, 67 because of the GodRod. This is still possible, but you really like matching different types of things, and I don't really know how efficient that really is, because at level 80 you can get some quite nutty combos. You can do Shika with the Royal Blob set. I think Royal Blob set is one of the main things you really want to focus on. I think Shika is a little bit more, or is this false? Sorry, where you can only farm it at the weird blocks, the weird borgs. What in family are there? Yeah, Kania borgs, the super borgs basically. You can farm all of the farthest the recipes there, or like the materials for there, and these are pretty craftable, so that's a pretty nice bonus from there. That will give a lot of HP as well. But if you really want to min-max your stuff, TerraRoyal with blob, that's the 10-4 at level 80. This is this set that you really want to get, because you're not just doing full TerraRoyal, you're mixing TerraRoyal with a GodRod, and the GodRod is pretty decent craft materials. I mean, these things are not really that difficult, especially level 67. You'll be able to farm them more easily. Then you're mixing that with the full Royal Blob set, which is pretty doable, I would say. And once you got that with the TerraRoyal is actually a lot easier to get than all of the other ones, because you just need to kill Borgs. Borgs are easy to kill. I mean, even though it's a 1% drop rate, you can kill a lot of Borgs in quite a little of time. So it is a lot easier to get this one than, let's say, Aquadala at level 45. Because you can already have like a level 60 set, and then just farm a lot of Borgs to get your level 80 set, which is great because the stats on the TerraRoyal are great. And you can even use your TerraRoyal later because it's so versatile, because it also uses a shield, and that would just gives a great bonus. So even if you're not gonna craft anything with TerraRoyal, I would always recommend you crafting the shield, because that one just gives you 40 strength, some wisdom, vitality, great stats overall. And you can always mix it later on to get that 1 AP bonus if you have 4 pieces. Of course, you can just rock a full Terra and Blob. You can still get 10-4 in that way, but I would say you still need the X, and the X, for the X you need like 83, plus you also need nuggets for the X, so I'm not sure if that's a little much better than rocking the GodRod. And you also need a Gelano for this one to be in 10-4, so that's a bit of a min-max you want to do. If you have a Gelano, then this is fine, you don't need to go all through the hassle to get that GodRod, but if you do have one, if you don't have one, I would definitely recommend just mixing it with the Blob set, and then if you want to get 10 AP, get that GodRod. You can get this all the way to 120. To be honest, this is a great set. If you're level 100, you'll get 11 AP, still 11-4, still great. But I've got some different sets for you to switch out on if once you're actually level 100. Do note that these sets are above level 100. I'm currently level 99, so you do have to think 1 extra AP for all of these sets. So the first one is the Terra and Rat. You basically already have your TerraRoyal set, and now you're just mixing red in there. And you of course have the Gelano. 10-5, you don't need a Limbo wand, great stats, nice health overall as well. If you can just see the compared to your TerraBlop, where you just, basically what you did is you swapped out your blob for the black rat, which is quite a normal jump. You get 1 extra MP, and it also compensates because that 1 AP that you're losing because you're don't have the set anymore from the Royal Blob, you're actually getting that AP from your level 100. So, you know, it kind of compensates, and you're still 10-4, or even 10-5 in this case. And the black rat stuff, you just have to farm a lot of black rats, and then you will get most of the materials. Alternatives are, of course, with the Boowolf set. You can mix and match 2 different sets. You can mix and match the Boowolf limb set plus the Gargoyle set. Of course, you can always swap this Bewodlum for TerraRoyal, or you can swap the Gargoyle for TerraRoyal. It is all what you want, because as long as you have the TerraRoyal sealed, it is basically 3 pieces makes 1+ AP. So you can always opt in for swapping one of these. But this set, the GargBoo, can give you quite a lot of AP, and because you have the Limbo, you can have 12 AP and 5 MP using both a Limbo and a Gelano. I think at level 100 point, you can expect yourself to have a Gelano or have bought one, because you just get a lot of achievements and a lot of chemists that way, so you can maybe buy one. For the Limbo wand, that is optional. You can always opt in just to swap it out for, let's say, a TerraRoyal X. You'll still be 11-4, still great, but I would say if you have the Limbo wand, it's going to be even better. This one offers a great amount of stats, and you'll even get some stats in intelligence, agility, but this one goes into full agility and strength, which is great. If you really want to opt in, instead of adding 300 points in there, maybe doing 200 and 100, or 200 and I think 200 or 150, you can get quite some nutty points just to get in there. And then you would dual element, which is quite nice. 11-6 dual element at level 105. I think this is great. 1500 HP as well. You have some great damage for both the air and earth, so you can always hit in a different type of element. So I think this one is just a great set overall if you want a dual element. If not, you just want to say, I'm going to go full 1 element, opt in for the GargBoo or just the TerraRat, where you just go full damage. I think the TerraRat is always like a more better one for rushing. Of course, we're going to do quickly, what would I do if I'm rushing like a lot? I would say, of course, at the beginning, Piwi set, you're always going to get Piwi set. I would actually try to opt in for Gobbal set, and then later on, I would actually slowly swap out the Goblin set for the chest set, just because it is a bit of an upgrade in damage and also versatility, but it's just very easy to get. I think you can carry the Gob set all the way towards the chest set. You could opt in for a Kwak set if you drop one, but you do have to note that you have to be the other element for that. So it's a bit of a hit or miss. If you can, great. Around level 40, do try to farm some Kwak set, and then just get your chest set and remove any pieces with the Kwak set. But if you're really rushing, skip the Kwak set step and just go all the way to the chest set. chest set is great, and that can carry you over to like level 80 once you get your TerraRoyal and and actually your blob set. Because if you're like 9-4 and you can actually these pieces of the chest set, you can vitality mage quite nicely, so you can actually get quite a lot of extra vitality in here. Especially this, you don't care about the fire damage, so you can just have a lot of extra sync for vitality. You can get a lot of good mages on there, so then you have the TerraRoyal. And I think depending on if you want to go pure just one element, then of course TerraRoyal red, great. If you want to go multi, I would say go the red and Beowulf set, and then just get that agility in there as well, so you can hit in both earth and in agility. That's what I would do, and I think I'm gonna go for strength, but I would do that if I went for strength. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I will be doing agility next, so watch out for that one. I think it's gonna come somewhere this week, maybe beginning next week, and I will see you guys in the next video as well. I will be streaming. I don't know if you guys noticed, but I've been streaming it quite a while. I stream like 2-3 times a week, just doing the content, and I will also stream the release. So I hope to see you guys there. Please don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Ciao.